I guess, revolutionized the way brownstones are built. I think that the existing way of building brownstones is fine compared to some of the new construction that happens in the West, and these strip communities. But still, we can really do a lot better. And so, what the show house is it's really to create a template to show other builders and other early adopter homeowners the new way of building a brownstone. And right now we have a template, but this one is a lot better. It's a more efficient way of doing it. Mm-hmm. And the ultimate goal is to create a brownstone that creates no waste, uses no energy, and when it's renovated, it actually pulls materials out of the dump. Mm-hmm. And obviously doesn't use any new materials.
Right.
We are very close to that, believe it or not. And the way we do that is a various mix of things. In terms of the waste, we have gray water recycling. So all of the showers and the sinks go into a big tank in the basement. And then whenever we need water for the toilets, it pulls from that tank. Mm-hmm. And the showers and sinks and dishwashers and washing machines are all super high efficiency water sense labels, etc., etc.
Right.
If it's yellow, let it mellow. We really save the water. New York has an abundance of water, but still we need to save it for various reasons. One of them being is that all the water goes and overflows into the sewage system, and then pushes it into the Gowanus Canal here. I have seen tampons and used condoms and all sorts of nasty stuff that people have flushed down the toilet in the canal.
Sure.
After it rained. So the other thing is by the composting, we reduce the waste there, and the just smart consumerism, reduced consumerism. And then in terms of energy consumption, we have we're going by the biohouse standards for insulation. In fact, we're exceeding their standards. Our insulation is just insane. The roof is R100, the walls are R45, and this much of insulation. It's all salvaged, of course.
Yeah.
And the windows are fiberglass frame, which is very good, low E, argon filled. Mm-hmm. The heating is a combination of passive solar, a lot of solar heating, and radiant floor heating, connected to a high efficiency boiler, 98% efficiency. Yeah, it's really good. It looks like a sports engine, like a car sports engine. It's
right.
About this big, and it's titanium. It costs about the same too.
Okay.
So that's energy reduction. Of course, LED light bulbs, fluorescent light bulbs, high efficiency appliances. And then the last thing is, in terms of pulling materials out of the dumpster or out of the landfill and not consuming new materials during the renovation process. I don't have numbers, but my guess is that about 90% of the flooring, the sheetrock, the wood in this building is salvaged, either from dumpsters or from other jobs or from certain salvage yards that I know of. So that means we didn't buy one piece of flooring. It's all salvaged. We didn't buy one new piece of wood for wood, studs, joists, and anything else that was structural. No new sheetrock. It's all salvaged sheetrock. No new insulation. It's all salvaged insulation. The one exception is cellulose insulation, which is new, which is recycled. No new bricks, no new stones, no new blocks. All salvaged. And the quality is just as high, you know. So in fact, the quality is better because this material, in terms of the wood, is a lot more strong.
Oh, those old timbers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when they say 3 by 8. it's 3 inches by 8 inches. It's not 2.5 by 7.25. So that we have definitely seriously reduced the amount of garbage that goes into the dump, which is a major concern of ours, because that garbage just doesn't disappear into thin air. It goes somewhere, and somebody has to deal with it, and ultimately we all deal with it. It leaches into the river. It's nasty. It's bad news. And then the other side is, of course, no new tree was cut down to build this house. And I hate to say it, but that's revolutionary. It's sad that it's revolutionary, but it's true. It's revolutionary. And so we really want to revolutionize the way a brownstone is built so that it becomes an asset. And that really ties into our Build It Forward war cry, I guess is the best way to put it, which is building as a way of giving back to the world, as opposed to building as a way of making as much money as you can, or making the most beautiful house that you can dream of, or impressing your neighbors, or all these things that are great, but they're self-centered,
right,
and they're not holistically centered, and ultimately they work against you, even though you may benefit from it immediately. So building it forward is very much about building something so that in the future you've got more as opposed to less, more of the good stuff. So let me show you some of this stuff. When we started with the basement.